What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. I'm going to make a video that you're probably going to find to be very, let's just put it like this, very important to you. Because the information that I'm going to give to you right here is actually really valuable, and it's not because I'm giving it to you, it's because the information in the video is very valuable. With that being said, if you like to get information and nuggets like this when it comes, you can go ahead and hit subscribe to our channel, Altcoin Buzz, and you can get notifications turned on by pushing that bell. Now, let me just say what we're going to talk about here is Coinbase and the influence that Coinbase has on the market. Whether you like it or not, Coinbase has a major role in whether or not a coin is going to surge. It's one thing to get a coin listed on an exchange. You know that if a coin was only listed on one exchange and it's modestly hyped or modestly popular, the second it goes on to other exchanges like Bitfinex, Bittrex, or Binance, or any of these major exchanges, what happens to the price? It goes up. Why? Because more people are able to put more money in. It's easily accessible. So with that being said, there are some cryptocurrencies that are going to be considered to be added to Coinbase, which means that people will take their fiat and they will convert it directly into the new coins. As you've seen with Litecoin, there has been an injection of cash that has come about as more and more people have signed up for Coinbase. They're like, I can't get a full Bitcoin, but I can get a full Litecoin for $200. Now that it's almost at 200, it's just under 200, but you get the idea. It's easier to get a full Litecoin than it is to even get a 0.1 of a Bitcoin at this point. So this very factor is what's going to play a major role in some of the price action that's going to happen with these coins. So what coins are going to get listed onto Coinbase? Well, before we start really delving into that, let's talk about how that's going to impact it and what Coinbase really needs from these coins in order to get listed. So Coinbase also partnered with, well, actually owners of GDAX. They have some requirements. So GDAX, Coinbase to add new coins coming soon. Set rules for future inclusion. Now this is by William Peaster. Very, very good article with great information. You can find this on bitsonline.com. All right. So GDAX, Coinbase order book marketplace. If you don't know what GDAX is, basically, if you're doing large-scale transactions, you can do large-scale transactions on GDAX, whereas on Coinbase, you cannot do large-scale transactions like you can on GDAX. So it's more for institutional investors at a higher level. But the point is that this GDAX rules and Coinbase rules are synonymous. So the minds behind Coinbase and GDAX, America's #1 crypto exchange providers, are looking to take their marketplace to the next level by finally adding new digital assets beyond Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin cryptocurrencies they now offer. So you can come on here and look at their May blog post, which we'll pull up just for the sake of that to review here secondarily. But what they basically have a framework that needs to be followed here. So GDAX framework has 6 major factors. They need to have a mission and values that's in compliance with GDAX factors of scrutiny, right? Technology needs to be there. Legal and compliance, so they need to be legally compliant. They need to have a market supply, a market demand, and crypto economics. So he even drills down here to talk about what they're looking for in each one of these sectors. So mission and values, open financial markets, technology, security and coding capabilities, legal and compliance. Obviously, we're still in an open market, but at the same time, even though it's unregulated, there's still some things that Coinbase and GDAX has to take into consideration. It's not just the Wild West for these guys because they are #1, so they are held to a higher level. Market supply, high trade velocity, market demand, customer demand is high. That's a big thing. Crypto economics. So you see all these factors, and if you just take a look at this article from the Coinbase blog, what happened when they added Litecoin, that's what it was here. So you know the Litecoin is experiencing a surge. So being that we're savvy investors and we're looking for the next big thing, we're not necessarily buying high anymore. We're like, well, where's going to be the biggest price injection? Where's the one that's got the most room to grow? So what coins will be added right? So let's look at it like this. There's nothing on a level of microtransactions on there, right? I mean, Litecoin, sure, they have the Lightning Network, but I mean, they still have an 84 million circulating supply. You have Ethereum on there, which also has a high circulating supply at 96 million. So something like Ripple that's already in RippleNet. So all you guys standing on the sidelines hating on Ripple, you're going to have to wait, because if it does get listed onto Coinbase, think of it like this: all the people who can't afford a Bitcoin or can't afford a Litecoin, but they see that they can buy a whole grip load of Ripple, they'll probably go for that. They'll probably go for that, because that's how most of these newbies think. They want to get a full one. They don't want to get a fraction of one. The people, when they first see that they can't buy a whole Bitcoin, they're kind of turned off by that. They're like, well, I don't want to just get a piece of a Bitcoin. I want a whole Bitcoin. So I'll just buy a whole Litecoin instead. That's kind of how it's playing out. Now, I'm not in everyone's heads, and I'm not in everyone's inner circle of how they're thinking, but most of the time when I talk to people about getting signed up, they kind of like the idea of having a whole one. Well, if Ripple gets added, they can easily get a whole one at 24 cents. In fact, they can get a whole bunch of a whole one. Okay, so Ripple's also in the top 10. So if Ripple does get added, where will Ripple go? Could it go to $1? So all you guys getting all bored with Ripple, saying Ripple's the most boring coin to ever hold. I don't want to hold Ripple. It's like lame, this and that. Ripple is, if it gets listed, come on, guys. I mean, it's already taken very seriously. Another one to keep an eye on, IOTA. Now, if IOTA gets added to Coinbase, it has the demand, it's got the tech, it's the Tangle Ledger. If IOTA gets added, what is that going to do to the price? Another one to keep in mind, Bitcoin Cash. If Bitcoin Cash gets added to Coinbase, there is a high possibility. Now, here's the thing: faster transaction speeds, and it's got lower fees. And some say it has, well, Roger Ver, he says it has no fees, but it has some fees, I believe. I don't really know. I mean, it's all kind of up in the air right now. For me to make a conclusion or a conclusive statement about that is impossible. But I believe it's lower fees. But with the name, could it actually start could it overcome Bitcoin if it's just added to Coinbase? I don't know, but that's Roger Ver's projection. He thinks it's going to do that. But right now, Bitcoin Cash, you have to get it on an exchange. You can't get it on Coinbase. What happens when you can get it on Coinbase? And someone says, well, I can get a full Bitcoin Cash right now for $1,418, but I can't get a full Bitcoin. So that's just an interesting dynamic to keep in mind. So when you're thinking about investing in any of these three that I just mentioned here, you know, that's the thing. So IOTA is a tech like Ethereum, could get added. Bitcoin Cash is like Bitcoin and like Litecoin in a way, but not really. Ripple is a microtransaction that's not already on there. Now, what's another thing that's out there that's not on Bitcoin or Coinbase? Privacy coins. So which one's it going to be? Is it going to be Dash? Is it going to be Monero? Right? Is it going to be maybe PivX? Probably not. But how many are they looking to add? You know, could Stellar Lumens sneak up on Ripple and take Ripple's thunder? Could Stellar Lumens be the one that gets added? I don't know. What's another one that we could see added there? Bitcoin Gold, possibly, Cardano. But outside of the top 10, it's really hard to justify that these cryptocurrencies outside of that. Maybe Zcash. Zcash is the only one outside of the top 10 that could possibly get added. It would be interesting to see if Tether did, but that's not. There's no investment opportunity there. It's normal. What about a social platform like Steam? Now that's a far-fetched projection, and I don't really see that happening in the short term. What about a financial coin like Salt? So what we're saying here, obviously there's Vertcoin, which if Vertcoin got added, wow, moonshot coming. But you know. Let's just take a look. Here's PivX. PivX, if PivX were to get added, oh man, that would be like awesome. But anyways, 10X, another one like Salt. What if 10X got added? You know, these are ERC20 tokens though. So I don't know if they're looking to add an ERC20 token if they already have Ethereum. Maybe they're looking to add something like Ripple or IOTA or maybe even Dash, Monero or Zcash or PivX. A privacy coin probably will be on there. A microtransaction processing like Ripple or Stellar Lumens probably will get on there. What if they even did something really unique and just added Verge, a micro-transaction privacy? So that's very interesting. Now, the only thing that the privacy coins you have to keep in mind is, are they in compliance with their guidelines on GDAX and Coinbase, right? So keep all that in mind. EOS, I don't know if EOS is necessarily going to get added in the short term, but long term could happen. What if it did? Wow. See you later. EOS is going. Neo, maybe. Neo, maybe. But yeah, Ethereum Classic is another one to keep an eye on. We don't talk about Ethereum Classic here much, but keep an eye on that. A lot of people are starting to talk about this one, NEM. No comment on that because I don't have any comments to make on that. Nothing against them, but moving forward, you have to think about this and pay attention to because the second you start hearing that these coins are going to get added onto a Coinbase, you're going to want to make reactions based on that. This isn't financial advice, but I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out the point. If it goes on to, if people are able to convert fiat on the #1 most downloaded app on Apple to cryptocurrency, and one of these coins are listed on that exchange, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, like I said, it doesn't take a rocket scientist. So as the news comes out, I'll be looking to report that to you guys, but I want you guys to start thinking about that. I would say take a strong look at Ripple for that. Take a strong look at IOTA and Bitcoin Cash. These three, although a lot of people would say that these guys are out of compliance with everything that GDAX and Coinbase stands for, at the same time, bear in mind, the demand is there, the tech is there, and the potential here is big with Microsoft and everything like that. So just keep an eye on that. I don't know about Bitcoin Gold yet. Cannot make a comment about that because so far Coinbase has not been very friendly to Bitcoin Gold. In fact, I don't think any exchange has really been too friendly with Bitcoin Gold at this moment. So yeah, I am talking a lot here about a lot of different scenarios, but I do want to put this out there for you guys to get you thinking the way that I'm thinking about this, if you so choose. You don't have to think like this, but I'm saying the writing is on the wall. The second one of these gets listed on Coinbase, it's going to affect the price at some point. And here's just here's some commentary here on IOTA's Reddit subreddit. You know, people have said that they searched on the Apple iOS store to see if when they typed in IOTA, what comes up, and Coinbase comes up. So are they trying to rank for that keyword already? We don't know. But they're saying also there's a Canadian exchange, Einstein.exchange, where they're getting ready to list IOTA, to buy IOTA for USD from the Canadian exchange. So there's just some interesting dynamics. If IOTA does get added, what is that going to do to the price of IOTA? It's #4 right now, guys. Is it going to pass Bitcoin Cash? I mean, where's the price of IOTA going? I mean, I know I keep saying, like, I don't like buying IOTA below or above $4, but what's the difference between $4 and $3 or whatever the case may be if the thing's going to just keep going up? I mean, obviously, if it gets a market capitalization of Bitcoin Cash, that'd be doubling almost. That would put it at an $8 IOTA. You could double your money on IOTA at this price, but, you know, ideally, you would have wanted to be into IOTA when it was down here, okay? Yeah. November 4th, you could have got IOTA for 37 cents. But, hey, whatever, right? I wasn't that early. I was more around the 50-cent range with IOTA. But, you know, it's just using these basic principles. It doesn't make me a genius. The genius is not me. The genius is in the approach. The approach is what the genius is. It's not me. And I'm not the one who creates the approach. I'm the one who studies the approaches, and then I apply the approach. I create my own approach. Okay? So the genius is in understanding these thoughts to apply them to your own strategy. Okay? So that you can harness the power of the genius to become, well, I mean, you could call yourself a genius. I could call myself a genius if I get something right, but I'm not trying to be a genius. I'm just trying to earn some money here to, you know, buy a house and do all these fun things that come with cryptocurrency, just, you know, hey, this is an opportunity. All you guys who are watching this video right now, you guys are at the ground level of this, and you stand to gain a lot, okay? It's not about ego. It's not about pride. It's about, hey, like, this is an opportunity. It might be a once-in-a-lifetime thing. It might be, maybe there's another thing coming in 20 years. We don't know. But, hey, the dot-com bubble happened for the Gen Xers, and this is happening for the millennials. So everyone gets their opportunity. You know, we're looking for the next Amazon, Google, Microsoft in this market. And I'm thinking that, you know, IOTA, Cardano, Ethereum, one of these will prove to stand the sands of time. Maybe EOS, right? Maybe they'll all be gone and there'll be the next. Maybe there's something out there cooking in the oven. Who knows? Anyways, guys, this is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. If you're new here, subscribe. If you've been subscribed and you like videos like this, click that bell button next to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.